All right, we are back, and tonight we will be answering the question of, is Holloway cooked coming into this fight against Topuria at UFC 308 Abu Dhabi? We will be answering this question conclusively with concrete evidence and points as to why Holloway is cooked coming into this fight. I guess I just answered the question anyways, but we'll be going through a couple little things here, so let me get right into it with point number one. I guess this is less of a point and more of, let me make a point of saying at the start of 2024, I made a prediction. Let me show you that. At the start of this year, I said, bold prediction for 2024, featherweight champ by the end of the year will be Max blessed Holloway. In this prediction, I even said Topuria would be the one to lose to Holloway if they fought. But guys, this was before a couple things happened. Obviously, Topuria went out there and absolutely murked Volkanovski in the second round with a massive right hook. That happened. That kind of skewed the things a little bit. But then Holloway also moved up to lightweight. In my prediction, that was not something that I took into my mind, you know? I did not include that variable, that he would move up to lightweight and have to make another weight cut. Because let's talk about Holloway's weight cuts. Obviously, Holloway's a guy who's had trouble with some of these weight cuts in the past. You know, he had to pull out of that Khabib fight because of a bad weight cut. And that was at lightweight, you know, he's at featherweight. It's concerning to me that this is how he looks regularly on the scales. It's kind of concerning to me. And I know we say this every time he's stepping up here. These are old photographs. This is also a comparison between him at featherweight and him at lightweight, where he looks a lot more natural and doesn't look like he's killing himself to make the weight. I think that's going to be a massive thing here, especially because he was in lightweight in the summertime. Now he's cutting he weighed in 156 pounds. Now he has to make the featherweight limit, a championship limit, might I add, 145 pounds. He has to cut 11 pounds of weight from what he weighed in at the summertime. That's a thing, guys. That's a massive thing that you have to take into mind. My next point here, Holloway's kryptonite. Obviously, Volkanovski beat Holloway 3 times. I think a massive part of that is Volkanovski's height. He's 5'6", and he has a longer reach than Holloway. So Holloway has to come down to his level, bend his legs a lot more, to which those calf kicks trouble him a bit. And Dustin Poirier, same thing. You know, he's also shorter than Holloway and has a longer reach and is able to get on the inside and work the dirty boxing inside, you know. Holloway has a weakness, and Topuria is also shorter than Holloway, has the same reach as Holloway, so they're going to be comparable in that, but Holloway's still going to have to come down to Topuria's level, bend his knees a lot more, to which he's going to be susceptible to these calf kicks, and Topuria is going to work his way in the inside. I just feel Holloway's movement is not going to be as good because his legs are going to be bent a lot more. He's going to be bending down in a squatting position almost. That's going to be a thing here. He's not going to be moving as crisp as he usually is against the guys closer to his height. And something a lot of people aren't talking about is Holloway's been knocked down, guys. Regardless of what the UFC.com stats show, he's been knocked down. We saw he got saved by the fence. And I know how he likes to talk about fantasy and all this. We're not talking about fantasy land where fucking wings spread out of your back, Holloway. We're talking about you getting knocked down, and the only thing that kept you up was the fence. Topuria lands like that on you, you're going down like Jai Herbert. And this isn't the only time he's been knocked down. Let me show you one more. The UFC 300, Gaethje Holloway, or what was it? Yeah, it was 300. Gaethje Holloway, obviously. Gaethje knocked him down. What was that, the 4th round where he knocked him down? And they didn't even count this as a knockdown. Holloway stood right back up, but they should have counted as a knockdown. Look at him. He's on his ass. You guys are counting the Pereira. Let me show you a picture of that. Pereira wasn't even on his ass, and people are calling this a knockdown, but they refused to call the Holloway one a knockdown because they're bigger fans of him. Come on, we got to call apples apples. Holloway's been knocked down before. He has a kryptonite, short boxers, you know, it exists. There is also just a feeling of inevitability in this fight, guys. Tell me if I'm off here, but it's almost like we got the knockoff Avengers here, you know, like Jai Herbert. He's the Black Widow. He landed like a cheap shot or something before Thanos even saw, and then when he saw him, he just threw him against a wall and got him down instantly, got the stone from him. You know, Josh Emmett, he's like a Hawkeye where, you know, he put up a little bit of a fight, but, you know, he just got his ass kicked pretty much, and he got the stone from him as well. You know, Bryce Mitchell, he's like, I'm running out of people to say here, he's like fucking Fat Thor, you know, and he can't really put up much of a fight. So, the tough battle there. He got the stone from him, and then you know Volkanovski, you're like the Captain America. Everyone's like, oh yeah, Cap's got this one. He's gonna go put up a massive fight, and then Topuria still, or Thanos, sorry, in this analogy, he still just destroys Captain America. And you know Holloway, he's the Vision, he's the symbiotic robot or whatever. Or the symbiotic's not the right word, but he's the robot. You know that can just fucking. He's going to be pushing the pace against everyone, you know, giving you a good performance. But though, against Thanos or Topuria in this scenario, he's going to be ripping that stone straight out of Holloway's head. I'm telling you. Let me know if you like that analogy. Topuria is Thanos. Holloway is Vision at the end of Endgame, you know. He's getting the stone ripped from his head. Like, let me know if I'm off here. It just feels like Topuria is going to get it done. I don't think, we don't get these ones. These are like the Charles Oliveira versus Makachev. We don't get what we want. We don't get the fairy tale ending of the young guy getting checked by the old veteran that we want to win. It just doesn't happen. We don't live in a fairy tale, guys. We got to accept the facts. There is a time where every fighter loses, and, you know, they might lose badly, you know. Volkanovski had never been knocked out like that, outside of the UFC he did, but he had never been knocked out like that inside of the UFC. So that was a crazy sight to see Topuria put him out like that. Holloway, he gets hit, guys, and, you know, he's got hit against the fence by Dustin Poirier. He got knocked down by Gaethje. I'm telling you, if Topuria hits him like that, we're going to see a Jai Herbert-esque knockout where Holloway just is a lifeless ragdoll, just gets fucking murked and sent down to the canvas. I'm telling you, that's how it's going to go, guys. I hate that this is the reality that we live in. But in a couple days, we will see Ilia Topuria outbox and knock out Max Holloway. We're going to go with Ilia Topuria by KO or decision. I think this is an absolute hammer because I see him just being able to, even if he doesn't get the knockout blow, which I suspect, I see him working the inside box, and I see him hitting the more damaging shots. He's shown he can go 5 rounds against Josh Emmett. I think Topuria gets it done no matter what. Maybe not a submission, but either on the feet or a decision, because Holloway is tough, but if he doesn't get knocked out here, Ilia wins a decision for sure. Let me know what you guys think. I think Ilia Topuria by knockout or decision is an absolute hammer. That's the video. Let me know what you guys thought. Yeah, I think Holloway's cooked here, guys. Make sure to like this video, comment, subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss future uploads, guys. Let me know what you thought. Holloway's cooked. Hate to say it. Thanks for watching.